This video is on complex numbers. I am actually going to show you how to do operations within your calculator. So on a previous video, I explained how to add and subtract by hand, how to multiply complex numbers by hand. I'm going to make sure you can recheck your answers using the calculator. So adding and subtracting complex numbers, I'm actually going to plug this straight into my calculator and see if I get the exact same answer. So on our calculator, if we turn it on, this button down here is at the decimal. You see this little fancy I. This is the imaginary value. So mine is blue. That means I have to press the second button to get this I button. So if I press second decimal, it pops up with the I. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in this exact problem as it is. So I have parentheses, 6 minus 4. Then I have to do the I. So I do second decimal, and it pops up with the I, close parentheses, plus parentheses, 1 plus 3. Then I'm going to do the second decimal again. It brings up the I. I'm going to close my parentheses. I'm going to press enter. And I get 7 minus 1I, the same thing I had by hand. I'm going to check all of the ones that I did operations on, just to make sure that my answers are correct. So I had for part B, I had parentheses, 4 minus 6, second decimal to get the I, close parentheses, minus parentheses, 3 minus 7, second decimal to get the I, close parentheses, enter. 1 plus I. Got the exact same answer. On this one, the finding x and y values, this one was you can't just plug this into your calculator because these have variables in it. So we don't want to do that in the calculator. So we do want to set this up and make sure that we do get the right answers. But on the multiplying complex numbers, I can put these in my calculator exactly as I saw them. So I have parentheses, 6 minus 4i, so I do second decimal, close parentheses, then open parentheses, 1 plus 3i, so I do second decimal, close parentheses, and I get 18 plus 14i. So again, we had to make sure that that I squared became the negative 1. That is why this happens. And then the last one, again, just to check our answer, we had parentheses, 4 minus 6i, so second decimal, close parentheses, open parentheses, 3 minus 7i, so second decimal, close parentheses, enter. Negative 30 minus 46i. It's the exact same answer. So this is how you do it in your calculator. Again, you type in second decimal, because that's where the I is located, and that's where you get the I. If I just press enter, it's I. If I do second decimal I squared, I get negative 1. So if we look back at the rule, I squared is equal to negative 1. If I did second decimal raised to the third power, I should get negative I. Second decimal raised to the fourth power, I should get a positive 1. And I also mentioned that they start repeating. So if I do I to the fifth power, I should just get I again. And then I to the sixth power, I should get negative 1. Then I to the seventh would be negative I. Then I to the eighth would be 1 again. So every fourth time it starts repeating. So this would be the same thing as I to the first, I to the second, I to the third, I to the fourth. I to the first, I to the second, I to the third, I to the fourth. And you would just keep going. So again, that's just how you do this in the calculator. You can always check your answers with imaginary numbers using your calculator, especially with the multiplication, because if you forget that I squared is equal to negative 1, you will end up having the wrong answer.